Farscape Engineer Inspector Summary Repair video. We're here at 100 Main Street in Little Falls. And again, this Farscape is the third one. And basically, here's the issue. Again, no evidence of any maintenance, routine maintenance as required by law. So this Farscape is basically, it's got all its original hardware. So, got to get in here and secure all the connections. You got rust building up in that joint. You got rust building up right there in that clip. All these grading platforms, all the bolts along the frame, and at the frame corners need to be changed out, so that 50 to 75% of these bolts are going to get changed out. So all these connections need to be verifiable. So the only way to do that is you got to switch these out. All these treads, 100% of these treads, you got to take out, put in new hex heads, because right now there's nothing but square heads on the outside of these. So then they all need to be sealed in silicone. Going backwards, I'll show you again. Unverifiable connections in the wall here. So what that means is that you can either tear it gently into the vinyl, or just put another clip over here, put a bolt here, and just tie in with a bolt. Forget the one that's in there now. Alright, so again, supports. This rivet is 50 to 75 years old. So if you put a gusset over here that picks up the angle, picks up the support, the rivet can stay. Just give me a reinforcement. Same thing having on the back. Then you need to verify that this thing is tied properly into the building, because a lot of this got hidden with vinyl. So we need to verify. All these connections on the corner, all these squares got to be switched over to hex heads. And again, everything that's open got to be sealed with silicone after you prime and paint the joint. Now this must be done because, again, this is considered the critical connections. Non-critical connections, which are, maybe the middle of a rail, all the pickets, those don't need to be done. But on average, 50 to 75% of this Farscape is going to get rebolted. Treads and supports primarily, and all the supports into the wall need to be verified that this thing is properly connected for verification purposes. The ladder is the other issue. Now this ladder can either become a drop-down ladder. The fold-out ladder needs to be discussed with the fire marshal as to whether or not he'll continue to allow that. Very difficult to drop. Or they can just make it a permanent ladder that you can drop the last rung is 7 to 9 feet off the ground, or they can just put it right here on the side and then jump down onto the thing. So that will be discussed with the fire marshal. Again, any questions on this or any other of the three inspections that you've seen, Inspector Meneses, 800-649-3333. This Farscapes will need a EPA renovator's license due to the lead paint issue, and they will need a permit to do any work on the Farscapes. Any questions? 800-649-3333. Inspector Meneses, Farscape Engineer.